All right, guys, it's our first question here submitted from Seth Barlow, and he asks, you're in a battle to the death with the other feud dudes. That's us.
That's us.
What's your strategy to win using only your wits and what you can find in this derelict Chuck E. Cheese?
Okay. Can I go right out of the gate?
Yeah, sure. Let's hear it.
Because I just got to get this out of here. Because I know how I'm going to defeat you, Zach Barlow.
Yeah?
How's that?
I'm going to shit in the slide.
I don't know. Have I told that story on this podcast
I don't
before?
think so.
No,
but I'm
I
going to
don't
shit
know
in
this
the
story.
slide.
No, you know
fuck
this
is
story.
this
This is one of my classic stories.
I don't know.
Okay. So, to explain this to all of you at home, when I was a child, this is the story of the last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
You haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese since then?
No, I haven't. Because I never wanted to go back as a kid. I was already pretty old then. I was in like the 6th grade. And then you can't go as an adult. But
Yeah.
so I'm at the Chuck E. Cheese. And
You're eating
I'm
their
there with
pizza.
these like kids that I don't really know that well, but I'm still hanging with them at the Chuck E. Cheese, and we're in the tunnels, and we smell the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. That smelly smell that smells smelly. And he's like, "Hey, let's get out of here." And I loved Chuck E. Cheese. I loved those tunnels. I was like, "Yeah, you're right. We got to get away from this smell. What's the fastest way out? Definitely not the regular exit. We got to take the slide." Well, I emerged with the left side of my body. No, it was actually the right side of my body. I remember viscerally. Covered in wet shit.
Oh, were you the only one?
I was the only one. I was the only one that somehow managed to get in, and I never saw it. That's the worst part. I never fucking saw the shit. When I came out of the slide and I stood up and I was just fucking streaked with it. And then I went to the bathroom and I tried to wash it off, and I'm pretty sure I cried a little bit, which I think I would do if I got shit on now too.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, "Okay," and so we left the Chuck E. Cheese, threw away all of my clothes, and I got a new SpongeBob shirt that day.
Well, at least something good came out of it.
That went a little long. I apologize, but that's the story of how I ended up covered in shit at a Chuck E. Cheese.
And that's why I'm going to shit in the Chuck E. Cheese tunnels, so that Zach I bring back this, like, he has some sort of, like, post-traumatic stress flashback, and he runs out of the Chuck E. Cheese screaming. Although I am imagining him walking into this battle in the Chuck E. Cheese, coming back, and he's like, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
So, here's the thing, Peyton. I'm fucking immune. You can't hurt me anymore. If I go to a Chuck E. Cheese, I expect to be covered in shit now.
You just said you would cry if you got covered in shit today.
Outside of a Chuck E. Cheese.
What's actually really, really wild about this is that once upon a time when I was a kid, I shit on a Chuck E. Cheese slide.
Oh.
If that was true, I would never forgive you.
The truth is out. He was the one.
Or am I?
You know how in TV shows all the time they'll do like flashback episodes, and it turns out like, oh, everyone was all connected the whole time. This is our origin story.
That is this exactly. Zach was actually just taking a big old duke in that tunnel.
I wanted to see if I could fill it.
So I have to thank Peyton for bringing up just horrible, unforgettable trauma there.
I'm surprised you haven't told that story here yet, honestly.
I am too. I usually tell that story within the first 6 hours of meeting someone. So
Yeah, that's why we're your only two friends.
Excellent point. I don't even know if I'd call you guys
Well,
that.
I've never heard the story before, so I am really offended.
There's no way you haven't heard this. I don't believe
I
that
fucking haven't.
for a second.
But my strategy to win in this Chuck E. Cheese is that I'm going to go, I could pick many fun answers about dressing up in a rat costume or whack-a-mole mallets or whatever, but I'm not going to pick any of those. I'm going to go to the kitchen where they make the pizza, and I'm going to make beautiful, delicious za, and then I'm going to say, okay, boys, it's time for dinner, and then you're all going to be so hungry that you have to come eat my za, and I'm going to go for a slow burn. I'm going to kill you slowly over time with obesity induced by za.
Okay. That's a way to go, is by eating like all these pizzas. And can I ask a question? Are these pizzas, are they fresh, or are you just kind of like creating new pizzas by taking the leftover slices of old pizzas and in a typical
That's
Chuck E. Cheese
exactly
fashion?
what I'm doing. You've caught on to my ruse.
That
For
brings
those
us to
of you
this
who don't-
edition of Feud News.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those of you who don't know, that's a real thing that people believe for some reason.
Yeah,
Because
it's the
Shane
second
Dawson tells them
Pizzagate.
to.
I can't believe there are fucking 2 Pizzagates now.
Yeah, oh my god. First one with Dick Nixon and this one with like Mr. Dawson. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. Here's how I'm going to slaughter you two.
Okay, let me hear it.
Peyton, I'm killing you right off the gate because I can. You're fragile, your bones are weak, and you're not going to stand a chance.
I can't even be mad because that's so funny and also true.
Next thing I'm going for. I'm going for the suit. That's right, motherfuckers. You're going to have to kill Chucky himself. I'm going to be buff like a Fallout 4 power suit. I'm going to have the power of Mr. Chuck giving me the right to fuck you up. I'm going to turn this into 5 Nights at Fucky's over here. And I'm just going to get ya.
Do you guys remember that? Did you guys ever go to the Chuck E. Cheese in Mobile, Alabama?
Once.
Yeah.
The Chuck E. Cheese at Mobile, Alabama had, instead of the animatronic band, they had replaced it with now that I'm thinking about it, is the worst fucking thing I can possibly imagine, and that is child karaoke 24/7.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
You could just,
I think I remember that.
yeah, you could just go up and you could just grab a microphone and you'd be on a little camera that was projecting to the rest of the building. I don't really know what to call. I was going to say restaurant, and then I was going to say store, but neither of those are truly what a Chuck E. Cheese is.
Fun Dome.
So I kind of like the idea, Zach, of you with the Chuck E. Cheese suit on, like coming over the PA, like I'm going to find you.
Well, first off, if I find a karaoke machine, I'm not fucking up any opportunity to sing Total Eclipse of the Heart. So you can,
And
you
that
can
will
bet
be
your
your
ass.
downfall.
See,
That
I've
will be your
unfortunately been
downfall.
to a lot of Chuck E. Cheese's because my cousins had all their birthday parties there because my aunt and uncle are absentee parents. So
Nothing rings truer than the fucking Donald Glover bit where he's like, "Where did you guys like to go as a kid?" And the guy yells out Chuck E. Cheese, and he says, "Somebody had a stepdad."
That probably explains why I only ever went to Chuck E. Cheese like once, and it was with someone who had a stepdad.
Yeah, no, we're magnetically drawn to the Chuck E. Cheese, and that's what's going to really give me the edge in this scenario.
yeah, I always went to like my cousin's birthday parties or my friends' birthday parties, and it was either they had a stepdad or they had a dad that might as well have been a stepdad because they weren't fucking doing anything.
Oh, fuck.
But see, that's the thing is that I feel the power of the Chuck E. Cheese. I radiate with the Chuck E. Cheese energy.
You immediately get a buff?
Because all that shit got in your pores.
Yeah, like I'm basically a superhero, and that's my fucking origin story. So good luck beating me.
Okay, well, let's see. You've got a buff from I don't know, being in the Chuck E. Cheese as a whole. Sure thing. But this fucking fursuit has claws, baby. I'm going to be able to take a string of tickets. I'm going to be able to choke you out with it. I'm going to put your corpse in the ticket cyclone machine and you're just going to hit the goddamn fan. I'm going to piss in it.
I'm gonna drown you in a fucking ball pit. Okay, how about that?
Oh, I'm gonna drown you from both ends. I'm gonna use those. I'm gonna string them together like the world's worst anal beads, and they're gonna ruin that sphincty.
All right. Well, with that mental image, somebody want to read the next question?
Yeah, I'll do that shit.